This video is about my book. I really don't believe in writing a book because people can read and they have a defined meaning of particular words that mean something to them or resonate with them. So I think a lot of time we have a misunderstanding of what people truly want to get across. So I believe in a conversation, and that's one thing I think we lack having today is conversation. We're doing a lot of texting and messaging, but again, that's like shorthand words, leaving a lot out of it. Okay, and that's our problem. We're misunderstanding one another. So my book is really a presentation to a conversation of your thoughts. So I'm just showing you this. So it's about 70 pages. You emailed me, you would like to see it. Each page is to trigger a conversation. Ask about it. You know, the 3 L's. 3 L's what a lady does. A lady listens, learns, and love. And it's not about loving the individual she's listening to. She learned to love herself inside the other individual. A gentleman, he speaks to himself and the other individual. And he learns to love himself because he's speaking, because a man don't speak, but a gentleman does. And a lady listens. A man don't speak, and a woman talks. But we stuck in our cocoon, we die in our cocoon. Now understand your cocoon. The cocoon is this part of you that's learning and growing in manifestation. It's part of your manifestation. It's you can become a father at a boy age. You can become a father as a man age. Okay, but you're still learning to become all that. A mother gives birth not just to a child. She gives birth to a father. You got to see the greater value in yourself for you to be able to appreciate yourself on such a level. Because if you can't see it about yourself, you're not going to be able to see it in another. You want to be able to look at another individual and know that you see that he truly appreciates you, who you are, and what you are. Because if he can't see the greater in you, he'll never be able to see the greater in himself. And that's the biggest part of things. It's understanding who you are. It's kind of windy out here today. So my book, each page is to strike a conversation and actually trigger a conversation of your thoughts. It's not to have a rebuttal. To have a quick response within a conversation, that means you didn't give enough time to think about it. But to learn how to listen to another person's opinion and let them trigger deep thoughts from you, then take the time and find the correct man-made words that's going to truly speak your thoughts on a level that's going to that really going to put your true feelings out there, mentally and emotionally. We speak quick words, you know, action words that sound good. We get so stuck in a word. We don't know, never say lady, we never say gentleman. And we get stuck living our man stage and our woman stage. We live in our cocoon, we die in our cocoon. We never truly manifest to our butterfly. Because we so stuck on the word man and woman. No man wants to deal with the man and the woman, and a woman tell you that in a minute. If a woman got to come at you like a man, she got to want man in her. You don't want to deal with that part. So we don't want a woman, and a woman don't want a man out there acting like a man, talking like a man, and being a man. He's an immature creature. The only time we start being mentally, emotionally competitive, and even deal in the same area with a female or a woman, is when we become a gentleman. Then we mature mentally, emotionally. And that's where, like I said, we live in our cocoon and die in our cocoon. I practice being a gentleman, a G, G-E, not a G. God is the greatest. He's the good one. He's the capital G. God said, do on the earth as you would do in the heaven. I took the time to find every female is a goddess. Every one of them. They're a female goddess. That's what they got, the rib of God, not a man. God broke off his rib and gave him the ability to bleed God's blood for 7 days, carry his child for 9 months, and live through a birth. That come from that rib. What man got? He got God's blood. Our semen is equal to God's blood. When that blood meets the flesh of a female and God see it so to happen, to create a fetus inside her womb. The womb of a woman is her womb. The feet of a female is the fetus that comes from that womb. I'm just trying to give it a deeper value of meaning, and it is. And when she find out of the mate to commit to be that lady for that gentleman, she let go of the man in her and the male in her. And that's strength, to face your weakness. God gave a woman enough man in her that she don't need a man. She got to believe that. She don't need a man. She believes in the man that she has within herself and the God demanded for her. That's all the man she needs. Now, to want a gentleman, never tell God, God, I need a man, because God been sending good men. Okay? Everything God make is good. God is good. And is you a hypocrite to sit there and say he's a bad man? I'm a hypocrite to say, oh, she a bad woman. No. God got so many different women, shapes, sizes, and color. They're all beautiful women. A woman's not right for me. She got too much man in her. A female's not right for me. I want a lady. A lady allowed herself to let go of the man in her and let me take it, own it. That's what make my man men. A female learned to let go of her male in her and give it to me. My male and her male equals to two men. And guess what? Her womb and feet transcend into the lady in her. A lady don't carry no man to male. And as long as I say and I practice that, I won't deal with a woman. I put my foot in the face of a woman. I'm just saying I'll belittle a woman. The man in me is an immature creature, monster. The man of I am is a monster. The woman is a monster. There's things we've done as a man and a woman that we don't want our moms to know, our dads to know, our priests, minister, our children. Because that's our trials and tribulations, things that we had to go through to make it back to where we are in life. But the gentleman in me, that's the part I want people to see in me. No different than a lady. The only one person can judge me as a man, that's God himself, because he knows mental and emotion. Why? He knows my mental and emotional. He knows my thoughts. I'm not saying the things I done as a man was right or right. It's not for me to say. I did it. I had to do it. That's what I did. He knows what I regret and what I didn't want to do. None of the things I got to atone for. He knows. My confessions, it's not for me to go to some church and some building and make confessions. Confessions and really go to the person that you did that wrong and apologize. I don't care if you took 50 cents from one of your friends when you was 13 years old, and you know they got a whooping, and you've been carrying around for you on 20 years now. You go to that person, you apologize. You say, hey, you remember that 50 cents you got whooping for? That person probably don't even remember. What you talking about? Well, I just want to tell you, man, I took and you got a whooping for it. They looking at you because y'all been such good friends. You're like, don't worry about it. Now guess what? Your soul and your spirit's a lot lighter. It don't carry that weight. And God knows you atone for something that you've been carrying around. That's true confessions. Be aware of that. Understand that. Like I said, my book is about a presentation to a conversation. So when you look at it, 3 L's. Now, the mental, emotional, physical, least important, but it's also the most important, because that's the part that the man is always worried about. And if he wants the physical, then he got to do the 3 P's. The 3 P's. He parent the child, back the mother, because she's mentally, emotionally going to nurture that child. He provide for the lady, not a wife. God don't know what the fuck a wife is. That's a man-made title. A lady. He protects both. That's why a man stands in this order. He stands in front to protect both, because God comes here. And any time, God can reach out and grab his child, the woman, and the last thing is the man. Last thing is the man. And he got to turn. Man got to turn around, because when he's facing earth, he's a man. A woman facing him, she's a woman. Child comes afterwards. God sent man on earth for to clear a path, to build a house. And he sent a woman next to turn the house into a home. And once it's a home, that lady becomes fertile. She have a fetus inside her womb because God sees it so. As long as we're aware of that. So when a man turns around and faces a lady, he takes to his knee. And when a lady turns around and faces her child, she's a lady. It's not about a mother. God's here. God said, do on the earth first before you knew it. We have to bow down for a female before we can bow down for God. We have to bow down for a female and God's children. We ain't nothing but babysitters of God's children. And when you take the essence of that and understand it and be aware of that and pay attention to your words, God don't care about man-made words, but you try to speak your thoughts in the best words that you can choose of man-made to get your point across, to get your opinion across. Learn how to love yourself and others. Before you can love someone else, you got to learn how to love yourself. Then you're going to have to learn how to see yourself in each individual that comes through in your life. It's not on a sexual level. It's not on a commitment level. It's you meet a person at work. That person brings a different thing out in you. You can be an engineer. You can be a police officer, whatever. You got your friends that make you feel like this. You got your friends that make you feel like that. It's about how they make you feel. know who you are, and be aware of that, then you're aware of life. But again, a presentation to a conversation of your thoughts. Be aware of your thoughts. Be able to speak your thoughts. Be blessed.